and welcome back to the channel. So we have an update on the SDCC event. Now over the weekend, they had a panel for the cast of Predator Badlands. I'm going to cover the key points that stood out, but we also have a new poster for the movie, which looks pretty cool. So let's begin. When Dan finished the movie Prey, the film got a lot of attention. Most of the fans enjoyed it. So Dan was in a position of wondering, what was he going to do next? If he was given the chance to work on another Predator movie, instead of making a sequel, which is just following the cool ideas of Prey, he chose to do something else that was never done on film for Predators, and that was Killer of Killers, the first animated movie. The other one is Badlands, where the Predator is now the main character of the story. Dan also said he had breakfast with Arnold, and they spoke about future projects together. He was also very kind to approve his cameo in Killer of Killers. When he wanted to make Badlands, he chose to focus on a Predator as the main character. One thing that came up in the lore is the Predator never wins. So now we have a character we can root for. Badlands is also not going to have any human characters, because once you see a human, we have this attachment to cheer for the human and hope they survive. So instead of a human, he threw in a side character, but in the form of a synthetic. Instead of making a slasher movie with the Predator, he made a story that contains emotional elements to it, so we have some other way to connect with it. For example, this scene right here is when Dec watches his brother Quay get killed by his own father. After this, Dec is alone on a different planet. The image of Dec carrying Thea on his back was inspired by Chewbacca and C-3PO. Chewbacca is friendly, but Dec is different. He's ferocious, dangerous, and very much an anti-hero, kind of like Mad Max, Conan, or characters played by Clint Eastwood. A lot of fans don't know that Elle Fanning is playing two characters in this movie. We know about Thea, but there's also Tessa, who is most likely another synthetic, since the movie will not have any humans. Back in August of 2024, that's almost 11 months ago, there was a casting call for someone to play two roles in a movie. Here's what it said. A groundbreaking film in which one of the two main storylines delves into the intricate bond of two very different sisters. Their familial ties are put to the ultimate test as they pursue divergent paths and missions. Thea has spent most of her life in a laboratory and is now embarking on her first big adventure in the world. She is incredibly smart, witty, enthusiastic, and unflappable. She has an innate disregard for danger, not because she's fearless, but simply because she's naive. Strong comedy chops required. The other sister, Tessa, has a militant intensity when it comes to achieving her family's goals and mission objectives. She will not let anything get in her way, not even her twin sister. The one in this trailer is said to be a field unit, so these might be the ones that are sent out mainly to gather data or intel. And Tessa herself is said to be more direct with her goals or mission objectives, so she might have more knowledge in combat situations. They finish off the panel asking Dan if he could someday be the one who works on Alien vs. Predator, and he would respond just saying, "Wouldn't it be cool?" There's another interview posted on IGN, but they cover similar topics. They do bring up the Yahuachua language, which was made for this film, that both actors Elle and Demetrius had to learn. Dan mentions the film is going to have a spine rip scene that rivals anything that was done in previous movies. Dan is aware that fans are eager to see Alien and Predator come together again for another movie, but Dan is not in a rush to do this. He says there's a more elegant way to combine things, so perhaps it will happen in time, but on a slower pace. So that covers the updates on Predator Badlands from those interviews at SDCC this weekend. Thanks for watching, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you next time.
Flashbacks och Slalasau. Stringig, jauto, och rukausrinau, rechtjo, jawa, i ai,